Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is Astria Ascending. Now, you may have noticed if you watched this playthrough at all, we did not have an episode last week after the first one. That is because I recorded it and OBS ate it. It had been going well up until then, so I'm kind of frustrated about that, but literally nothing else I can do about it. So, the most I can do is try to catch you guys up on what you missed. Sadly, I hardly remember that much of it because it wasn't that eventful. We went to his father's farm, where they were growing effectively what his father called fruitile, because growing them cost him a ton of money, and I guess they weren't selling well or something. Anyway, when we got there, his father was missing. We went into his house and his uncle was there. And apparently, once his uncle was unconscious, apparently a gang of Oisi, the same ones that had, bothered us before, had come through and messed up the orchard, I guess you could call it. Anyway, his father chased them because, yeah, that's what you do. And so we chased after him, went to the cliffs out behind the orchard, and we fought them again. And frankly, I steamrolled them. They two of them spent every single turn healing because only one of them actually dealt damage. I killed the one that dealt damage. It took a while, but it was a steamroll. I killed the one that did the damage. The other two fell like dominoes after that. I'm a little confused on what happened after that. His father wasn't there. But then, and even after they say he wasn't there, according to what I remember, they said he wasn't there. But then they later say that they found him or brought him back or something, and I was just confused. So it must be an issue on what I must have misread. But I could have sworn they said he was nowhere to be found. Which was weird, because if he went chasing after them, he should have been there or somewhere along the way. Anyway, ultimately we were led to the Gemini Temple. Oh, there was this interesting little mini game with the Havelian? I don't care. There was a little interesting mini game with the Havelian where you could control him while he was flying and shoot little projectiles and shoot down noise. And every so often, a noise would pop up that would drop a power-up and change the way your shots worked. You can also change between elements by doing that, which was a lot more complicated than I had given it credit for at first sight. Primarily because you just can't tell from the look of some enemies what they're weak to. And they're coming from the right side of the screen to the left, so you just don't know you just don't have the time to experiment with every single shot. So it was okay. I actually had to redo it, I think 4 times in order to get through it. regardless, it ultimately led us here where we beat up the Gemini. What are they called? I've got nothing. You guys, if you watch the previous episodes up until, now, you'll remember the Gemini boss that was summoned before. That was two separate bosses. One that was only weak to physical and the other which attacked with magic. Well, one was... No, the one that attacked physically wasn't weak to physical. The one that attacked physically was weak to a certain magic, and the one that attacked with only magic was only weak to physical. Well, I fought them here, and they were both combined, so there was only one target that shared... There were technically two targets, and one form that shared only one health bar. Whew. That fight was a bit of a ride. Nevertheless, in the end, we managed to overcome it and obtain two... What are they called? Yeah, that's it. We managed to obtain two sub-job crests, which is actually pretty freaking cool. So I went ahead and spent those. I went ahead and burned pretty much all of the SP I could after I finished recording. Or I kept recording and I didn't realize that there was nothing that I wouldn't even be able to salvage the video until after I stopped playing. Regardless, I did discover something disappointing. You can't even unlock... What? Wrong one. You can't even unlock these gray nodes until you beat an end-game dungeon. And even then, if what they said is correct, you can only unlock one. Who thought this was a good idea? I mean, I've seen a number of questionable things in this game, but this one takes the whole cake and the planet on which the cake resides. That's a dumb decision. Yeah, these are powerful, but not so much so. Granted, there are some that are just insane. Actually, communion would be pretty good. Anyway, but they're not so insane that you should only be able to unlock one. Especially through an in-game dungeon. The game doesn't have replayability, so I don't understand why they would do that. Anyway. So we are still in the Gemini Temple, and I have no idea where we are supposed to be going. Let me just check really quick to make sure that the video is actually still recording. Good news, everyone. At least up until now, it has been. So at the very least, I'll be able to salvage that beginning. So I don't have to try and explain everything again. That's a relief. It's bad enough to lose an entire hour-long or more video and have every one of your words just be lost to the ether. Whoa. Welcome back. Now, I don't know how much of the first part of this recording I managed to actually keep, but doesn't really matter. As long as the opening where I explained what happened in the episode that went missing is still there, the rest I couldn't care less about. Now, will I be lucky enough to actually still have that part? Who knows? So, just in case this ends up being the very beginning of the video, welcome. There will be no normal intro. What? Interesting. Oh, I didn't come this way last time. Instead, I went up onto the platforms that led upward. Inside the chest? Okay. Ooh. No. How is this worse? Okay. The rest of them don't matter. This is the way they want us to go, but then there was the other way too. In case I come to regret the decision we just made about their equipment. Okay. Now, yeah, I could just do that, but it's not necessary. So why would I? Ooh. Frankly, I was hoping for a new piece of equipment or just anything that wasn't money. This is obvious. Come on now. Oh. Okay. Yep, just like I thought. God, I almost did it again. Why are you back? Really? Enemies aren't supposed to come back. At least in my experience, they didn't. You know, what I really hate about Ulan's, wait, we're only getting a number of SP equal to the number of enemies that we're fighting? Who thought that was a good idea? We just fought 3 enemies and got 3 SP. But I fought the same enemies in a number of equaling 5, totaling 5, and only got 5 SP. Who thought this was a good idea to not have it scale? The cost of your ability scale, you have 3 different classes to spend SP on, but which means your SP expenses scale, but the SP you get doesn't scale? Who thought this was okay? There are some serious areas where game balance is out of whack. Right. I realize that I started in on a point about Ulan and never actually got to it. So, let me say this. Ulan's ability to taunt and or provoke the enemy is lacking. Okay. Anyway, her taunt is stupid because it's not a guarantee, which, I mean, I get that it's not, but it also feels like crap when you spend MP to quite literally taunt an enemy into attacking you, only for it to not, and just say, you know what? I'll take it under advisement. So, again, I get it. It just feels like crap. And for Ulan, we've unlocked, what is the name of it? It is Provoke. For Ulan, we've unlocked Provoke, and it's basically more of the same, except it's more likely they'll take your suggestion under advisement. You see the problem? It's bad. It's even worse when you're facing multiple enemies at a time and you need that one you're taunting to be taunted. There we go. So that's why it drops down. Don't get me wrong though, I don't mean to harp on the game's numerous glaring flaws in balance and design. I just hate them with a burning passion. Because I want this game to be good, and these things feel like they get in the way of that. Oh good, we can head back to town. If only I knew where I actually was. We're in the Gemini Temple. That helps a little. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to head back to town. Not sure which town yet, and then I'm going to go ahead and resupply. It'll be a bit, but for you guys, it'll be nothing at all. I just need to figure out where the best place to go is. Screw it. Whoa. Okay, so we have a puzzle to solve and another power to get. Not like it was that difficult, but I did enjoy it. Naturally, there will be more. Hey, we got it. Obtain the ring power. The power of air. By pressing the right trigger, a whirlwind will be projected in front of Rulon. Use it to push objects and crates to help you solve puzzles. Weird that it didn't work at point blank range. Where the frick am I? Ooh. So, as soon as I opened the chest, I was faced with 3 enemies that did, well, that used ice magic. That's fine, right? Perfectly fine. Reasonable and everything. Until just one of them casts ice weakness on everyone. And then the next one follows that up with, yep, you guessed it, ice magic, and one-shots everyone. Combine that with the fact that this was a surprise attack, which means I literally get to do nothing until they're done. Yeah, I get it already. Let me go. I also didn't notice there was a button to just flat out stop the wind. Oops. But do you really think I'm going to let getting one shot by enemies stop me from opening the chest a second time? Oh, no. No. You vastly underestimate my tenacity. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to get all set up. That's really annoying. She has ice absorption and ice weakness overwrites that. Not cool, man. Here we go. So, bad news. It appears no matter what I do... You know, that should be... what you're seeing there is a result of Arpeggio's support ability, which reveals chests as being trapped. There's nothing I can do about it, and so Ulan managed to survive 2 turns. Nope. 3 separate turns of that effect. And it's not like it would have mattered anyway. They're just going to cast Ice Weakness again. It only had a duration of a single turn, but that's a single turn for Ulan, not for them. They got 6 turns in a row between the between the 3 of them, at least, before she died. You just need to be stronger before you come here, I guess, because I don't see any other way. They deal at least 500 damage per cast. I saw them do 1,000 another time, but eh. Yeah, there's just no winning that fight. Unless I can... It doesn't even matter if there is an ability to negate surprise attacks. There's nothing I can do to counter Ice Weakness or resist it. Whatever's in there is unlikely to ever be worth it. Because even if it's a really good weapon for right now, like top tier, does hundreds upon hundreds of, well, adds, well, it's not going to add damage, it's going to add stats. So let's say it added, right now, it would add 100 to whatever stat is most important to whoever could equip it. You can't even fight them yet because you get wiped like that. But even if you wait until you're strong enough to just brute force the fight through the surprise attack, by the time you're strong enough to survive 6 turns, well, 5 straight turns of weakness damage, by that point you don't need the weapon anymore, and therefore the fight itself isn't even worth it. You're just coming back for revenge at that point. Now, if I remember this place, now I probably never will, because frankly I don't find the game worth it. It's just, no, never mind. Wait. Where the frick? Where the frick am I? I have no idea where I am. I haven't seen this place before. Ah, well. What am I looking at here? Ah. Wait, what? What happened to the box that's supposed to be up here? Maybe if I do this. Well, I hated that. Weird. Oh, I've got nothing, so moving on. That's not the way there. You know, what's odd about what I'm seeing here is that neither of these belongs in the earth slot, or the yellow slot nearby. On the right side, I should say. So where's the one that belongs there? Part of this puzzle is missing. But it won't go left. I can't make it go down. I can't make it go left. I can't make it go up. I can see how this is supposed to be solved, but if I can't go left, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, that's weird. I think I'm supposed to get the puzzle solved first, rather than shoot through the door. But puzzle seems to be broken, so I'm moving on. Wow. That came very close to going really badly. Demoted guard ring. Actually, Ulan needs that. Demoted locks your support abilities. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. As I was saying, demoted locks your support abilities, and her support abilities are crucial to keeping everyone else. What the frick is that? Oh, that's the thing dropping. Her support abilities are rather crucial, so... So we need her to stay standing, frankly. The reason why I came back here is because I didn't get to explore this side. Now we have. Whoop. See, left works perfectly fine here. That may be an issue because the other one that we sort of bypassed that seems to be bugged or something is necessary to get those other things rolling or spinning like this one did. That could be an issue. How did we get here? Oh, we dropped from above, so we have to do all of that again then. We're going to try and finish out this last puzzle, and then I'm going to get you guys and myself out of here. Because I am all too eager to be away from this game. But the problem is that we have to get past a puzzle that doesn't want to be solved. And there's only one way I can think of to actually resolve that issue, and that is to save and load in place. Left still doesn't work. I don't understand. Oh. Oh. Okay, I've got it. I meant to make it go up, not right. Hold on. Yeah, no, that seems fine. Okay, that's it. It's a little messy, but we figured it out. Nope, didn't actually have to do it that early. We still need this one. What caught me off guard about that was the fact that it was so much more complex than, well, no, I say so much, no, that's about right. The others are brain dead simple, but this one was more complex than they were. Having to actually use the wind ring. I actually like how they incorporated her idle pose, or the ring powers being cast into the idle pose. Which way? I realize now that I'm actually taking the longest route possible back, but what can you do? Alright, so, as I promised, this is where we're going to end it for today. Despite all of the complaining and all of that business, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back so long. we will be back with another episode on Thursday, so long as OBS doesn't eat it. If not, well, there you go. More free time for you. So, hey, it all works out in the end. And so with all that said, we will see you next time.